Hey everybody, welcome to Halfbeard's Hut's Heads Up. Today we're looking at Abyss Odyssey, the latest game by Ace Team and Atlas. You remember Ace Team, the people who made the Xenoclash games, which were fucking insane and kind of incomprehensible. I'll be frank, I wasn't a big fan of Xenoclash 1 or 2, or even Rock of Ages, which was their other game. Because while I thought Rock of Ages had a good concept, it didn't get executed very well. While I thought the Xenoclash games were kind of had a cool look, I didn't feel like they used that look really well, and I felt like the combat got a little kludgy, at least in 2. This game, however, Abyss Odyssey, I'm kind of in love with. It's a Metroidvania meets a roguelike meets a fighting game. And it's all steeped in Chilean culture, which probably wasn't what you were expecting, despite the fact Ace Team is a Chilean developer. So you get 3 characters. You start off with Ketrian here, but we're going to play as Ghost Monk, because he's the most metal fucking character ever. See what I mean? And the whole idea is we have to go down through the abyss to the very bottom where the Warlock waits. He's sleeping. The Warlock is so powerful, basically, that his dreams have come to life without him realizing it, have fought their way up through this massive abyss and are destroying a city in 1860s Chile, which is actually important because it means the mythology can be this really cool mix of both like the Spanish invaders kind of culture, as well as the the kind of native Chilean lore from before they were colonized. Like, it's a really cool mix. Yeah, you just look at 3 places to start. You start off with just San Lucia, and then you kind of unlock the other ones. We are actually going to do this one, the hardest one, just because I really want to show what's on those violin spots you can see on the map there. Because they're really cool. We're going to try to make this not too long a video, just because it's not my first time recording this, and I've realized that this is kind of a game that it's best to show in a short burst. It's a game that's really fun to play for a very long time, but unfortunately it's definitely a lot of, like, there's not too many mechanics overall, so it's not that much it requires explaining. Let's talk to this priest. Oh, he's got stuff to sell me. He can sell me monsters. So that's a cool thing. That's one of the things you can do in this game is, if I buy one of these, or if I capture one of them, which I do with my mana, which I'll explain later, I can play as the monsters. You can play as every monster in this game, and each one controls differently, has different attacks, and is equally fleshed out. And you can just kind of pick and choose. It's a really neat concept. And yeah, you also get your main characters though. They have their own attacks, and they have their own special attacks as well, which you can kind of level up and make them do other things. Though those special attacks are interesting in that they build up your mana, actually. Talk to this priest. Just want to show this art style. Yeah, there's a really good 2D art style going on here.
For the altar. It's not a coincidence. This is blasphemy.
Get ready to see the fucking Spectre Monk is what he's called. Look at that! Look at that guy with his devil's skulls under his robe, and is nothing but the ethereal moaning of the horrible cursed dead. It's just fucking metal.
No soul.
That's because I'm like 80 souls. I'm Ermac. That's his story. He is the vengeful spirits of all who have died in the abyss. That is his actual story. Spectre Knight's story. He's fucking badass. Alright, so start off on the ice level. Yeah, this is me starting off significantly deep into the game. Basically, that's what those 3 paths do, is they kind of start you off deeper and deeper into the labyrinth. I've chosen the one that starts me off deepest into the game, so I'm not going to show off kind of the early game stuff, but that's okay. We'll start where it's exciting. So combat is interesting. It's kind of got a fighting game, like they describe it as a fighting game style to it, and at first I was like, what do you mean fighting game? It's gonna be crazy. But you know what? Totally. Like you are canceling, you are blocking, you are doing, and you have these nice long free-flowing combos that just kind of all work into one another, and it's all about just kind of knowing the frames behind everything and knowing exactly how everything works. That you can kind of masterfully do everything. Like it's a fighting game in terms of mechanics, and that's nuts that they've worked these fighting game mechanics into this Metroidvania, which is basically what they did with Xenoclash, where they mashed like very fighting game aesthetics into kind of a beat 'em up. Like they're good at mixing genres. Yeah, so it's got a weird like fighting game thing going on to it. If I had to pick an analog, it'd be Smash. And it works similarly. There's, you know, like a basic attack button that changes depending on direction, and then like a special attack button that changes depending on direction. So, you know, it's got that whole thing going on. It works really well, and there is actually, there's co-op, so you can play multiplayer that way. But there's also, on the PC at least, I want to say they've said it's not going to be on consoles right away. There is a PvP that was only local to start off with, and it will be eventually getting multiplayer. This is the guitar guy. He's fucking badass. This awesome, like, rooted skeleton guitar man. He says random bullshit and gives you experience. I love his accent. And then I got 100 XP for listening to his weird phrase. So these are altars. They're pretty important. If I have camp tokens, I can set a camp here, which basically makes it a checkpoint. If my guy dies... So, it's kind of interesting. When a character dies, when one of your main characters dies, a soldier, one of the Chilean soldiers, comes in and takes his place, and if you can fight back to one of these altars, this guy will be revived. But if I have set a camp checkpoint, if that soldier dies, then it's game over. If I set a camp checkpoint, then even if I don't make it to an altar and that soldier dies, I'll just come back here. So there's basically, the game gives you lots and lots of ways to kind of make things work. So I don't have a ton of money, so I can't really buy anything super useful. Oh, that's not bad. 9% chance when I'm hit to charm an enemy. That's pretty useful. Let me go buy that. Let's buy a monster or a pulse ring. Extra health. Let's buy the amethyst necklace. Lots of RPG stuff. As you can see, you got some equipment slots, you got weapon slots, lots of different stuff. It's not the most deep RPG stuff. You know, you're not... When you're leveling up, you're not raising stats or anything like that. It's more just that there's a lot of loot to find. And, there are kind of like between, and you know, there's lots of good management between loot and weapon abilities and all that kind of stuff. Oh, the combat just feels so good in this. Like just chaining right moves and just chaining like certain moves into other moves, and then especially when you're doing like nice dodge combos where you like just kind of like kind of dipping in and out of combat, like just barely avoiding guys' special attacks. It just feels good. Though this cares more about just like fucking heavy punishment. So as you can see, I'm just at level 12. Everything in this game, not everything, well, the leveling and the money in this game is persistent. So whatever you earn from one playthrough to the next, that way will stay. Though your actual, items, those are not persistent. You know, you have to get new stuff each one. Oh, fucking shit, man. Those blue orbs of mana. I need mana to capture enemies. Basically, capture kind of almost works like Pokemon, where once you've kind of weakened an enemy, if you have full mana, you can throw this like big mana ball thing. Yeah, it's cool. Devil's on the next floor. You can throw this big mana ball thing, and the enemy will. And if the enemy is close to the same level as you, it kind of like, there's a chance you will basically catch its soul, and then you can start using it as an alternate form. You can basically turn into it whenever you want for a while. But that said, if your form of that enemy dies, then you're out. So I will try to show that. I should be doing well enough that I can show that. The way you get mana is either through chests, or you can also get it by doing special attacks. And the amount of mana your special attack gives you is different depending on kind of the special attacks. When we get to another altar, I'll show that, because you can kind of change that up. And every 3 levels you earn, you get a skill point that you can kind of use to modify your special attacks to make them more damaging, to make it so they make you invincible during parts of that special attack, or to make it so they give you more mana. Fucking ice! Oh, fuck, ice! No. Yeah, there's definitely some interesting platforming in this game. That looks like a sword I can't wield. Oh, I can't wield it. Yeah. So the way the weapons work is that it's dependent on which main character you're playing as. So he can only use 2-handed swords. The Katrin, the girl character from the start, she can only use 1-handed swords. And then there's a character I have not unlocked yet, which can only use spears. So you know you do have to keep that in mind. And they will spawn weapons you can't use in kind of a dick move. Alright, so here's an altar. Pick up my skills. So as you can see, I've got a number of skills, and I can actually switch these out. Each character has a total of 6. Well, each main character has a total of 6 that they can kind of swap in and out between and choose what goes where. We're going to switch to this one, actually. And then you can alter these skills with skill points. You can also spend skill points on getting more special cancels that basically allow you to go from one move to another. I'm not 100% sure how they work, to be absolutely honest. Let's take this one. We're going to switch it to... no, we're going to keep it as it is. And we're going to have it so it gives me more mana. And you can set up as many of these as you want, kind of each type on this. You know, max at 3, but you can make it so it's 3 manas. And you can reset them whenever you're at an altar. So, you know, you can make it so that they give you kind of more of what you think makes sense. In fact, yeah, I've got a couple of these that I'm not using, so go in, clear out that skill point. So that way you can just make sure your skills are actually on the stuff you're using. There we go. So this needs to go back to being... where is it? Crap, which one was I using here again? This one. And then, yeah, well, actually, we'll keep the fireball. And we'll make it so the fireball gives me double mana. So now I can go throws off this big bouncing fireball, which is actually super useful. Oh yeah, shopkeeper. So you'll find shopkeepers in the level. So often they're behind secret doors, and you can buy stuff from them. You know, shopkeepers. Lord of Leaf. No, I like my current thing a lot. No, I'm good. You can also find shopkeepers to get some extra money and experience and health. Finding shopkeepers is generally not a terrible idea. That said, the shopkeeper does not give up his goods easy. Oh crap, he's juggling me. No, stop juggling me. Oh. If I can win, I'll get enough of my health back to make this worthwhile. But I might not win. In fact, it's getting... Yeah, I lost. He's gone. That's okay. Now you can see what happens when you die. And in fact, I'm at an altar, so it won't be too much of a deal. Yeah, when you die, a soldier comes out to try to save you. Pick up my necklace. And then I should... It's not going to let me do this with this altar, eh? Nah, that's a pity. If I walk away and then come back. Yeah, it makes you a soldier for a while. And then basically what happens is if you can beat a boss like this, or you can make it back to one of these altars,
you're alive.
Guy revives.
Guess not all magic.
I'm in your debt for bringing me back.
I am the evilest fucking dude ever.
This mind is trying to banish us.
This helps our cause great.
I'll keep clearing ahead.
I will.
Yeah, a lot of story in this game, which I kind of wasn't expecting, just considering their last, their last games, which while they had, like, talking and story were kind of weird in how they did it. Oh yeah, you'll find dead soldiers around sometimes, too. They got stuff. They'll give you it. Give you a bunch of gold. I'm waiting to find Paganini. He'll be sitting around here somewhere. Yeah, you'll find he's the demon violinist. And basically he will give you an awesome boon, but in exchange he will then start hunting you forever. Ugh. What's cool about that fire is it bounces, and it will bounce off walls. You can set up awesome combos where you like juggle a guy against a wall, and then when he comes down, the ball hits him. Yeah, like that. Where basically they only plan the first few bounces in their AI routines or whatever. Get that. Ah, dick. And yeah, you can do attacks in air, and they all kind of work differently depending on when you do them. Again, this game's got, like, weird stuff to it. It's got a very interesting flow. Alright. Where is that violinist? He'll probably be this way. He's supposed to be in this level. That's what that, Oh, no. No, stop freezing me midair. He's supposed to be in this level. That's what that violin on the map screen meant. Yeah. Fighting can be a little hectic in this. That said, when you get a good quarter trap going, it's not a bad thing. There we go. Fuck you guys. Way down. Maybe. Yeah, there he is. What's up, Paganini?
I
Yeah, this guy, when I first saw him, I just assumed this was Satan. Because look at him! How badass that dude looks! It's devil violin.
I know you're just dying.
Yeah,
There we go.
I took what the devil had to offer. What has he given me? Better be something cool. Oh, he gave me a camp token. That's useful. Yep. Alright, moving on. Where are we going next, actually? Go down again where we find him again. Or actually, no. Let's go left and then go down, because that'll allow us to fight a cool boss. So basically, the way the game works in terms of progression, like aside from just get to the bottom, there's the Warlock, who, by the way, Warlock's pretty neat. He's got a community Nobi Boy thing going on with the Warlock, where basically as people keep finishing the game and beating the Warlock, there's this big mask down there that's kind of like the Warlock's, that represents the Warlock's form. As you defeat him, and as the entire community keeps defeating him, he actually changes. His mask will start to get destroyed, and then over time it'll transform into a whole new phase, and the boss will get different and harder and supposedly produce better rewards or something. So that's pretty cool. As people keep playing the game, the final boss will continually change, making it so this game is kind of infinitely replayable, or at the very least, replayable a month later when the mask has changed. Yes, tell me a thing.
It's not safe, but it makes miracles nonetheless.
And I get some experience. I love that he's just like, here is some bullshit. Also, experience. What do you got for me, Item Man? Amethyst Langsax. Nope. Nope. Cleopatra's wristband. Nope. I think I'm good. I got a couple medium health files. I'm probably good. And we're not going to set that here. We're going to set that for the next one. Actually, what's this? Nah, I'm good. Oh, no, I went to go... Oh. Platform is generally pretty good in this game, between the double jumping and the dodging and everything. Kind of get where you need to go, but every once in a while it gets weirdly finicky. Okay. Just keep moving. Eventually we might run into a fight where Paganini is there. And he is a fucking pain in the ass. He is hard. Freaking fish. They freeze me if they get close. I don't want that. No, I think Paganini only takes a couple floors to show up. Okay. So yeah, so the bosses... I was talking about progression. I completely got off track. So the bosses in this game, there are kind of three types of bosses. There's the Warlock. There are, like, shades, basically, would be the best way to put them. They normally denote kind of the end of a leg of kind of like a segment of levels where, like, it changes from cave style to forest style to ice style to whatever style. And those are kind of denoted by these, like, guys that kind of look like the main characters, but they're, like, ghostly shade versions of them. And then there are, like, special demon bosses. I fought this guy who was like, Agonist Day the Demon King already. And they're denoted by those red skulls. So we're going to go try to fight one of those guys. See what that looks like. And apparently there's a few of those, I guess. You also sometimes run into these... There's all sorts of weird stuff in this game. Sometimes there's, like, special floors where you just start off playing as a monster. And on that floor, if you beat... It's basically just one big combat arena. There's no platforming at all. And if you manage to beat everything, you then get to continue on. But you also get to use that monster then for a while. Also, I've got enough mana that I can capture a guy! Yay! Oh, no! Fuck. You lose a lot of health for falling down those things. No! God damn it! Fucking jellyfish! Alright. Oh, hey, a ring. Curse resistance. I'll take curse resistance. And then I could set my thing up here, but I'm gonna not. I'm gonna save it for later. Those camp tokens are pretty useful, though. Don't wanna waste it. Especially because they're normally pretty expensive. Just be given one is kind of, well, not given, he's gonna come fucking hunt me down later. To get one is pretty awesome. Is that him? There he is. Fuck you, Paganini. We know what I'm gonna do, though. I've got this jackal here. That's the name of that skeleton guy with the sword. We're gonna do this. Oh, I bet I can capture I can't capture Paganini, he's too strong. But, oh, kick-ass, I charmed him. I can do this. This is my magic spell ball. It hits guys up. Damn it! Not so. If your guy is going to be captured by you, he then turns blue after you. That, and then once you defeat him, his soul comes out, and you can use him whenever you feel like. Oh man, the devil is going to be hard to beat. Actually, the devil's taking it pretty hard. Fuck you, Paganini. You will feel my wrath. Really pissed off I didn't capture a monster there, though. So yeah, by defeating him, he's now not going to come after me again. I got my thing for free. But he's hard. He gets harder, I want to say. I want to say as you get deeper, there's probably harder versions of him. No, we want to go straight down. So we'll grab this. Grab these coins. Because again, money's persistent. It's worth having that money around. Let's go fight a boss. Because that will be a good thing for this video to have. It's an exciting denouement, me fighting that boss. No, frozen. Fucking ice golems. I love the design of this game. It's got a really cool, it's got a really authentic mythological look, I guess. Like, it kind of feels like drawings of mythology, which is just kind of exactly what you want out of this. No, I didn't finish my special attack run thing. Fucking ice giant. Dick. There, he's defeated. I'm not dodging and, blocking it enough. That's really the key to this game, is knowing when to dodge and block. When you block, you get that ring. And it's really useful, and I'm not doing it. Okay, cool. I don't need to survive the fight up ahead. I just want to get to it. Also, secret wall. Let's go talk to the shopkeeper who's in here. Oh, no shopkeeper. Weird. Normally, whenever I go in there, it's a shopkeeper. But there is a big sword with charm. I think ice is going to be more useful because there's normally not, helpers in these boss fights. Normally, just the boss. I'm probably not going to win against this boss. This is probably going to be where we finish. Which is just fine by me. I feel like I've shown what I need to show with this game. It's pretty fucking awesome. If you like kind of Metroidvania-style games, it should be on your list. Alright. This is not the boss. These are just random bullshit soldiers. Fuck off. I got better things to do than fight you. That was great. I bounced him back into the fireball. Again, there's lots of really good special moves that just set up awesome combos in and of themselves. Fuck you with your guns. Guns aren't fighting. Guns aren't cool. Cut out with your shit. Whoa. Dick. There you go. Alright, boss is down. That's all I want to do right now is get to the boss. I don't care if I lose against the boss, I just want to get to him. Because he's going to be badass. Well, again, monster design in this game so far has been really good. Fuck, dude, with your guns. Cut that shit out. Oh, no. Okay, that's one. Yeah, I'm just focusing on playing now. We're kind of at, bottom half of the dungeon. As I said, it's got a really good progression, even though the rooms are rated by color, whether they're, hard, easier, or whatever. They definitely get hard, it is still a good progression of, it continues to get harder regardless of what the color is. Yeah, give me your thing. Give me some experience, because that'll prove useful. No! Fuck! I didn't even notice. Oh, I've only got 200 health. So we're not gonna win against this boss, but it'll be cool to see him. It's crows. This is the same boss I fought before. This evil king guy. Alright. I've already beaten this guy before. I don't know if there's more of these kind of, story bosses. Maybe you gotta defeat him and then defeat the warlock for cool stuff to happen, but, yeah. This is what I meant by, there's cool, awesome mini-bosses. This guy's King of Spirits or something is his name. I know this guy shows up. So, yeah, when you die, a soldier pops up. And they're basically I need to save him! And the way that works is basically, if I defeat this boss with a soldier, Ghost Monk will be restored. Or if, you know, I can't do it obviously because I'm stuck in this boss fight, but if I had managed to, if we were in a normal level and I died, get back to an altar, you know, any of the altars, he would be revived. My ghost monk would be revived. Oh wait, in fact, I think I showed that earlier. I'm losing track of what's going on. I'm too focused on trying to win. Yeah, all the soldiers, they basically play the same as the undead guys. And you can capture the undead guys too. Like, as I said, there are other monsters you can capture and play as. They kind of just play as the monsters you're seeing. It's a pity I didn't really get to show it, but, you know. It's kind of just like this, where you just play as a different character and they've got basic attacks. The only thing is they don't earn mana for you. You know, you're kind of stuck with what you got that way. Ugh, dick. You fucking ghost horse. And I'm dead. And I'm dead, because the soldier died. If I had placed that camp token, I would have gone back to that camp token. And that would be useful, but well, whatever. Not the end of the world. And yeah, whenever you die, you go to this weird spectrum place. You can choose what place to start at. You can change your character. You can see what the map is going to be like for the new section, so you kind of know where you want to go. I can go right to see the devil. This one, that's kind of cool. And you can also... I think it's if you change your character, maybe. Sometimes there's a spirit orb or something right here, and you can change your skills. It's Catherine, by the way. Just show her attacks. It's got a nice 1,000 stab thing. And yeah, that's Abyss Odyssey. It's really, really neat. I think it's probably the best game Ace Team has made. It's such a cool mix of Chilean mythology and history. Mixed with this just a really good art style and really well done gameplay concept. Like the fighting game meets roguelike thing works surprisingly well. I guess there's one last thing I haven't shown that I should show, and that's kind of how you get the story. You get the story through the Warlock's journal. As I said, you know, the final boss is this Warlock sleeping at the bottom of the hole, and basically everything in the Abyss, and the characters you're playing as even are kind of figments of his imagination almost. The world above is real, but basically his power is so strong that his imagination is leaking out. You get his story through these pages you find in the Abyss. As you kill certain enemies, they'll drop pages, and that unveils his story. And that's kind of it also kind of helps describe some of the enemies. It's a very smart way of telling the story. So yeah, that's Abyss Odyssey. Available now as of today, I guess. Yeah, and it's $15. Pretty cool. Available PSN, XBLA, and Steam. So as always, I've been your host, Halfbeard, and we're out. Later, guys.